Hello and welcome to our channel. We are the Roadshow Masters. And if you've not subscribed to that channel, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click on the notification bell to receive more of our content. Today I'm going to talk to the great sound equipment supplier located here at Luthuli Avenue in a building called Kitale Nairobi House. Hello, Dixon.
Fine.
So please just introduce yourself and tell us more about yourself.
I'm Dickson Ilongo. I'm the proprietor of Music Palace Electronics. We trade under that name, and I've been in this business for allowed 17 years. 4 years I was employed, and this is my 13th year from the time I entered into private business.
So did you quit your previous business or your previous job or what did you do?
Okay, where I was employed, I was dealing with the electronics, and it happened that I was called for an interview somewhere. So that's how I terminated the business, though the interview did not go through because I didn't secure employment. So I bounced back privately and I initiated my own business, still here at Luthuli Avenue.
And how was your experience when you started your own business? You know, the way you can start a business and sometimes it's so hectic. How was your experience during the first days of your business?
Okay, to begin with, there are great challenges because I was not prepared. I've just left for an interview, and then there was no job. So I started from scratches. I remember I started with a capital allowed 10,000. It was only enough to produce the receipts, the invoice, and the quotation, and still a little amount of it I used to pay for the initial payment of the rent. By then, I was paying allowed 600 per day. So I paid for allowed for 10 days. And that's where I began.
And so if someone asks you like, what do you literally do? Do you sell sound equipments? Do you hire? Or what do you do with the sound equipments?
Okay. As I began, I was doing both. I was selling, and still I was hiring equipment. So I was doing sound for hire. And as time went by, because remember I told you I started from zero, from scratches. I had to acquire things from locally, from my friends here, to stock the shop. So I started from scratches. I begin by selling, and still I offered. Sometimes later, I used to offer public address for hire. And as time went by, I started importing my own, just few things, and others I would acquire locally. And still, I used to do public for hire, though by now, I'm only engaging in sales of electronics.
So as per now, you're only selling, not hiring.
Yeah, for now I'm not hiring. I don't do Saudi for hire.
What if there's a roadshow or there's something? Do you also do that or?
Yeah, in case someone needs them, I do organize. So even now, if you need public for hire, I have a source. So I can do it, and I can engage it right away, because I don't lose chances. I make sure that I utilize every opportunity that comes by. So just in case someone needs sold for hire, I have a source.
And who are your main clients in this business?
Okay, my main clients are, let me start by saying churches, schools. We also sell to schools because we have some items like bookstand, trumpets, saxophones, guitars, and bearing in mind that now we have engaged into a new system of CBC, we have a number of grants from schools. And we also have private individuals and corporates. And we also have clubs and restaurants and also the hotels.
And do you have...
We have a wide range of clients.
You have a wide range of clients. Yeah. You said you've been in this business for over 10 years plus.
Now, this is the 13th year.
This is the 13th year.
And I did 4 years in employment.
4 years in employment, you decided to step, then you started your own business from scratch. With only a capital of 10,000 shillings. In
fact, even that 10,000 was a borrowing from a friend because I was not prepared. Yeah, but I thank God. One of the things that I've done is to put God first, and then others come after.
Then you've another question is like, how do you manage doing this business in an industrial area, in a business area where almost everyone is hiring, or almost everyone is selling the sound equipments, or everyone has the sound equipments? How is it to you? Do you get clients more oftenly, or how does it happen?
Okay, one thing that I normally do is I consider and I value my clients so much that I make sure that every client that comes my way, there are less chances of losing him. So the public relation, we try to maintain a very good public relation, rendering one of the best services we can, following up, and through this, for years and years, despite the challenges and the competition, we have been able to build a group of clientele. Meaning they keep coming, the old ones, because we don't lose them, we don't lose them, and still through the others we have leverage, and we continue to build the group of clientele. Yeah.
And so what are the challenges that you face through this business?
Okay, one of the greatest challenges that we face is that most of the things that we sell, you have to be trained to use them. And most of the time we sell to clients, they do not have an expertise who know how to use them. So in cases there are damages. But we have already introduced a follow-up system whereby we make an inquiry to every client we are selling to. If he doesn't have somebody who has the technical know-how of how to operate equipment, we do follow-up. Even we visit them where they are. Sometimes we do it free, sometimes we charge a small fee.
So that means sometimes you encounter losses in the business.
Yeah, there are times you will experience a return of an item, and the item is worth maybe 30, 40,000. You need to repair it, it has a warrant. So there are challenges where you go back and dig back to your pocket. But that one does not deter us from doing what we love. Yeah.
And to any young person who might want to start such a business, would you recommend for them to do the business, or?
I would. Yeah. I would advise anyone who need to engage in public address, or let me say selling or engaging, dealing with the pro audios, because what we have are pro audios, the speakers, the microphone, the mixers, the amplifiers, both to sell and also to hire. I would encourage him not to give up. He can do business. What he just needs to do is to develop a character of tenacity, because there are challenges on the way, and each one who engages in this business must be very determined. Somebody who doesn't give up easily, somebody who is resilient, and you are good to go.
Hey, I was so touched by your story in the when you started the interview. Like you said, you borrowed someone 10,000 shillings. Please tell me the journey, or how did you just start borrowing 10,000 shillings, and what did you use to buy with that 10,000 shillings? How did it go from scratch to where you are right now?
Okay, as I told you earlier, the 10,000, I subdivided it. I acquired the receipt, the quotation, the invoice, and a part of the money I paid rent for
10,000.
about, yeah, because I was paying 600 per day. And I think I had allowed 600 per day. I paid almost for a week. And then I began. For the stock, let me say, quite true and sure, I acquired it from Freds, because I had a goodwill from Freds who deal with electronics. They sell, they import. I just requested them for a stock, and that's how I began. I did not have money to acquire or to buy stock, because I've already left where I was, and there was no way I could go back. And I could not go back home and start life again, because at least I had the technical know-how. I had the knowledge about the equipment. And I thank God and I appreciate my employer so much, because that's where I acquired this experience of dealing with this equipment. If I have to say anything concerning my previous employer, let me say Credible Electronics. Let me say that's where I acquired this knowledge, because the field or what I trained in college was a bit business and a bit managerial. So this technical know-how of...
So that means you studied business management.
Yeah,
when in campus.
Yeah, I studied transport management, clearing and forwarding, and a bit of accounts.
And have they helped you? Have they helped you?
Yeah. That's why I'm able to turn on every side. I don't say that I'm a jack of all trade, but it was easier for me to train on these equipment. Though in the first instances, I found it as if I can't make it. But as time went by, because I had interest, I developed, and I have even trained some guys who are already in this field.
Hey, what advice could you give to any person who might want to start such a business out there?
Okay. To anyone who wants to start dealing with equipment or selling public address, and also public address for hire, because we are still in that field, I would encourage them to begin. What they just need to do is not to give up, because in every business there are challenges that you meet on the way. But as you become resilient and as you move on, as you build client, there is a time that will come when you will be having client almost on daily basis. But what I would like to tell them is that any business that you need to initiate, it's good to know that it is a journey. And to all who might be interested, know that if you want to make tea or to cook tea, it is a process. But if you want to prepare an instant coffee, you just need to have boiled water, sugar, and coffee, and you take it instantly. So when it comes to business, it is a process. It is a journey. And there are times that you will feel as if you don't even want to wake up and go to that business because there are challenges. But the best thing you are supposed to do in such an instance is still to wake up, go, and continue chasing your dreams.
Wow, that's a very, very great advice that you have given. Considering you only started with 10,000 shillings of capital, I'm even shocked. You started with 10,000 and you have multiple equipments, a lot of equipments. Could you please just name some of the equipments? But we'll show you guys on the screen. Just name us some of the equipments that you have inside here.
Okay. Okay, we have speakers, we have microphones, we have plain mixers, we have powered mixers, we have cables, we have graphic equalizers like this one, we have guitars, and we have some other accessories. Yeah.
So you're located at Luthuli Avenue.
Yeah, we are at Luthuli Avenue, Nairobi Kitale House, ground floor, and we are right opposite Kamai Junction.
If someone wants to find you, maybe your contact details and everything, where can they find you?
Okay, Dixon Ilongo. My phone number is 0724-712-711. I also have an email, ilogodi15@gmail.com. I also have a Airtel number 0731-989-121. You are free to contact for any help, any advice. If you feel you want to initiate or you want to start this kind of business, we are there for advice. We are there to help. We are there to guide you, and we will do it wholeheartedly.
Social media accounts.
Social media account. And we are preparing a page, so very soon we will make sure that you get to know that page.
Wow, you are such an inspiration, Dixon, because you've done a lot. Because how long did it take you before you cashed up? Now you said, now I'm stable, I can do this, because I know it reached a point you almost gave up.
Yeah. Okay. Life, let me say it in general, is a journey. And whenever you engage in business, there are challenges. And for what I'm doing to make it, let me say, to break even or to get to a place I say now I'm doing business, it took some years. Because
how many years approximately?
I started this business on August 2010, and around 2014, 2015, that's when I began importing some few items. All other years, I was acquiring everything I had locally. From there, we moved on. And where I am, I was relocated, or I was doing business. I started at River Road before I came now at Luthuli, Nairobi Kitale House.
And can you say that it's giving you a very huge income by the end of the month or by the end of the year?
Okay, we have been doing very well. But let me say that we were very much affected in time of COVID-19. Very much affected. though we remained afloat, we were very much affected and our business went down. Though we did not close, we are still moving on and we are regrouping, making preparation. And let me say, we are not where we are. We are moving on.
You're not at the place where you are when you started.
Yeah. Allowed me to say something. One of my greatest client of the time is Roadshow Masters. Yeah. And we have worked with these guys for many years down the line. And let me say to the CEO, you are a great encouragement. You are a pillar. And if we are to learn about what we call tenacity, we can learn from the CEO, because I know where he began, and we have walked this journey with him up to now, because they are one of my main suppliers.
The Roadshow Masters.
They are my client, sorry. They are one of my client. And let me say, a great encouragement, a strength, and when it comes to sound equipment, outdoor advertising, let me say, we can learn from them.
Dixon Irungu. Wow, such an inspiration. Thank you so much for availing yourself to be in the show today.
Yeah.
It's such a privilege, and we really thank you for showing up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you guys for tuning in up to the end of our show today. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and share, like, comment, everything that you would wish to do to support our channel. Thank you, and see you in the next video.